Okay, I'm going to show you how to set up a lead magnet using the Wix platform. So the first thing that we need is a form. So I'm going over to customers and leads, choosing forms and submissions, and I'm going to create a new form. So you don't need a lot of information for this one. I would suggest at least first name being required. You can add the last name if you see that useful in communication. Of course, we need email to be a required field, and then adding the subscribe checkbox and checking that by default. And so then we're going to go over and name the form. And in here, of course, you can customize showing the message. I added to mine just a note on checking the promotions folder. That can be pretty relevant for email campaigns. Okay, so we've got our form. The second thing that we are going to do is we need to create a new page on the website to host the form. So I've already done this, but just to show you where I did that, I went to my pages and I went to add a new page. I added the page, and then on the page, it's pretty basic. I created a nice background, and then I added the form. So to do that, you can add elements and contact and forms, and then add an existing form. And you can choose the form that you want to appear there. Okay, so let me go back to the actual one. All right, and then you're publishing that page. So we don't need this page to show up on the website, we just need it to exist. So I'm not adding that to my menu or linking it anywhere on my website. Okay, so the next thing that we need is the URL for the page. So to get that, go to Manage Pages, click the three dots here, go to SEO Basics. We actually can go to the page information and name the page. So it says on the menu, but as long as we're not adding it anywhere on the website, like in the header or the footer or the navigation menu, it won't show up. So we're really just using it to host this lead magnet subscribe form. So we're going to name the page, and then if we go to SEO Basics, you can also create the extension for your URL. So for mine, I just use lead magnet, but you might want to customize that to suit the nature of your tool that you're offering, or your resource. Okay, so then I'm clicking that and I'm finding my URL and I'm copying it and pasting it so that I can use it in my automation. So I'm back on my dashboard here and I am going to automations. You're going to create a new automation, and so I'm going to select get an email when a form is submitted. So we're going to set up. The trigger is a Wix form being submitted. So then we need to specify which form it is. Okay, so if you go to specific, it'll give you a drop-down menu and you can select what the trigger is. So that's where your form that you created is showing up. Okay, apply that, and then you're going to send an email once a form is submitted. So I'm going to go back to my automation that I created for my big form. Okay, show you what that looks like. So the trigger is the Wix form being submitted, specifically the lead magnet form that I created, and then the action is sending the email. So right here you can customize that email. So the subject and the text. I'm just going to show you what mine looks like. So this is the email that they'll receive. This is the download button. So my lead magnet was a document, a PDF. So I used document and I uploaded that PDF here. You can also link to a URL. And then I suggest a call to action below that directs to your paid services or products. Using the preview and test, you can send yourself a test email, and you can also just test it by clicking on the document and downloading it and seeing what that looks like. So our email is all set with our lead magnet. And then you can continue as far as you'd like to go. I created a task which is just basically a reminder. 5 days after someone submits the form subscribing, then they receive the email with the lead magnet. 5 days later, I want to follow up and check in and see how they're doing and maybe offer support, offer some additional guidance, or maybe mention some of my paid services that might support the process further. You could also create another email automation. So say a week later, you want to follow up with another email, kind of checking in, see how it's going, and kind of offering that same information, but making it more automated. And of course, you can customize your emails to include someone's first name because that's something that you collected in your Wix form and was required. So that's where that can be. So that's it. You've got your landing page, your URL, you've got your form, and you've got the automated email that comes through with the download. So of course, test it out, make sure it all flows, and play with it. You can always expand the automations or the offerings based on success of that lead magnet.